Welcome to Coastal Alabama's Highway 98 Radio. Rick McCann behind the microphone. We've got the latest breaking news, extended weather forecast, and great music coming up live. Broadcasting from the Blue Ram Media Studios here in Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Take it over and over, it'd already be over you. Kissing somebody new, wouldn't be missing you sitting here on the sports stool. This ball, this night, this moment in time, I'm trying to get over. Right here, right now, ain't figured it out, but I'm sitting here sipping, trying to get closer. Shot after shot after well whiskey shot, I'm down to try everything that they got, so I'll know a couple beers from now. Why does everything that I touch remind me of us and turn into blowing dust off a bottle? I'm tired of trying to fix it with something new. I'll just keep sitting here doing what I know how to do. This ball, this night, this moment in time, I'm trying to get over. Right here, right now, ain't figured it out, but I'm sitting here sipping, trying to get closer. Shot after shot after well whiskey shot, I'm down to try everything that they got. So how long till heartaches drown? Maybe I'll know a couple beers from now. Maybe I'll know. Maybe I'll know a couple beers from. Maybe I'll know a couple beers from now. Well, I keep thinking about how you ain't around till they shut this bar down. This bar, this night, this moment in time, I'm trying to get over. Right here, right now, ain't figured it out, but I'm sitting here sipping, trying to get closer. Shot after shot after one whiskey shot, I'm down to try everything that they got. So how long till heartaches drown? Maybe I'll know a couple beers from now. Maybe I'll know. Maybe I'll know a couple beers from. Maybe I'll know a couple beers from now.
Mobile Bay Patrol Service, public safety and law enforcement trained with more than 30 years experience here along the Gulf Coast, protecting our people, our property, and our way of life. Give them a call at 251-264-2498. They offer mobile patrol services of churches, businesses, schools, gated communities, condominiums, beach resorts, yacht clubs, and so much more. 251-264-2498. Call today and you will sleep better tonight. Almost 2 weeks into the new month, January the 12th, here we are, 2026. Rick McCann once again behind the microphone in the Blue Ram Media Studio, broadcasting live for you today here on the Blue Ram Media Studios. And another day, another radio show, another opportunity to tell you what's happening in our community. Of course, we'll have the latest breaking news, the extended weather forecast, events and happenings here along the Gulf Coast, including the Mardi Gras parade schedule. We've got that. And we'll be playing a lot of great music, some new tunes that we just took from Nashville, and so much more. I do want to remind you real quick that you can always contact our news desk at bluerammedia.com if you see any news happening here along the Gulf Coast, or if you have any questions, you want to get our daily newsletters, or you want to advertise, contact helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. And remember, we got a lot of things going on, so you don't want to miss any of our shows. But if you do, we are streaming live 24 hours a day on the iHeartRadio network and 40 other platforms. And so you can listen anytime. In fact, 340 radio shows in, you can listen to the very first one or the very last one that we recorded just a few days ago. But let me not delay anymore, because I got a lot of great music I want to get going here. I'm going to have some coffee or maybe some water. Who knows? I'm going to have something here while we're off here, but I'll be back in just a moment.
I was raised on sweet tea and sun-faded dreams, dust on my boots and a Bible on my knees. Daddy built this house with calloused hands. Mama filled it with faith, not fancy plans. We ain't got much, but it's always been enough. Where the porch swing creaks and the corn grows up. Lightning bugs and distant trains, ain't no mention, but I never trade for back porch prayers and firefly nights, bare feet dancing in the porch light, whiskey laughs and whispered hope, crickets singing soft and low. Yeah, we talk to the stars when the moon feels near. Ain't no church pew better than
Watched Star Wars at least 8 times, had the Pac-Man pattern memorized. And I've seen the stuff they put inside Stretch Armstrong, yeah. Well, I was Roger Staubach in my backyard, had a shoebox full of baseball cards and a couple of Evel Knievel scars on my right arm. Well, I was a kid when Elvis died, and my mama cried. It was 1970-something in the world that I grew up in. Farrah Fawcett hairdo days, bell bottoms and 8-track tapes. Looking back now, I can see me. Oh man, did I look cheesy. I wouldn't trade those days for nothing. Oh, it was 1970-something. The dawning of a new decade, we got our first microwave. Dad broke down and finally shaved the most sideburns off. I took the stickers off of my Rubik's Cube, watched MTV all afternoon. My first love was Daisy Duke and them cut-off jeans. Space shuttle fell out of the sky, and the whole world cried. It was 1980-something in the world that I grew up in. Skating rinks and black Trans Ams, big hair and parachute pants. And looking back now, I can see me. And oh man, did I look cheesy. I wouldn't trade those days for nothing. Oh, it was 1980-something. I got a mortgage and an SUV, but all this responsibility makes me wish sometimes it was 1980-something in the world that I grew up in. Skating rinks and black Trans Ams, big hair and parachute pants. And looking back now, I can see me. Oh man, did I look cheesy. I wouldn't trade those days for nothing. Oh, it was 1980-something. 1970-something. Oh, it was 19-something.
Girl, I know you don't really know me. Still, I want you to listen closely. This might sound crazy, but after all, isn't love like that? I would be crazy to let this moment pass. What if I don't say what's on my mind and you walk away? I might live out my life and never feel this way. What if you are the one that I'm meant to love? What if tonight is the night? What if once in a lifetime love don't come twice? Girl, take a chance. Time is unfolding. We could be blessed without even knowing. Just for a minute, close your eyes and don't take another breath. 'Cause what if you miss it and it never comes again? What if you don't say what's on your mind and I walk away? You might live out your life, never feel this way. What if I am the one that you're meant to love? And what if tonight is the night? What if once in a lifetime love don't come twice? I don't wanna wake up by myself years from now, wishing that I told you what I felt. Your eyes are a window to your soul. If you don't open up, I may never know. What if we don't say what's on our mind and we walk away? We might live our lives, never feel this way. What if I am the one and you are the one? What if tonight is the night? What if once in a lifetime love don't come twice? Oh girl, what if you are the one and I am the one? What if tonight is the night? What if once in a lifetime love don't come twice?
Right here at Coastal Alabama's Highway 98 Radio, a Blue Ram media station. Does your company, church, business, or school need to get your employees certified in first aid, CPR, and saving a life? Well, guess what? Armor Tech is here on the Gulf Coast. Call them today at 251-264-2498. They will bring the training to you wherever you're at. 251-264-2498. These guys are fantastic. They're paramedics, firefighters. They know their stuff. They'll also teach you AED, stop the bleed, and the use of Narcan. 251-264-2498. Right now, you can advertise your business, your product, your company on all of the platforms of Blue Ram Media. That includes radio shows, newsletters, and all of our social media. Hundreds and thousands of people collectively visit us every day, and now they can visit with you. For just $100 a month, advertise your product, your business, your company, yourself. Contact us, helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. You are invited to the Big Beach Marathon, Half Marathon, and Safari 5K, happening Saturday, January the 24th, 8 a.m., at the Hangout, 101 East Beach Boulevard, right there. You know where it is, Gulf Shores. Come on down and be part of this. The courses are flat and fast running on the fully paved trails through Gulf State Park, with the start and the finish located at the Hangout, with stunning views of the beaches, of course, and the sands. In addition to Sunday's marathon and half marathon, the Safari 5K on Saturday gives everybody an opportunity to take part on the Shark or Dolphin Challenge. Join us for this race and the biggest post-race party you have ever experienced. How do you sign up for it? Where do you sign up for it? Well, you go to www.facebook.com/events and you can sign up there. Now, this sounds like it's going to be interesting, especially the after party. I wonder what they're serving.
Sitting out here on the hood of this truck, looking up at a caramel-colored sunset sky. Checking my watch, doing the math in my head, counting backwards to when you said goodbye. Well, those runaway lights are getting bright. Take off and fly, trying to figure out which one you might be on, and why you don't love me anymore. Right now I'm sitting out here watching airplanes. Cried, should have tried hard, done anything to make you stay. I wonder what you'd do if you looked out your window and saw me running down the runway, just like I was crazy. But that fence is too high, so am I. So I'm just sitting out here watching airplanes take off and fly, trying to figure out which one you might be on, and why you don't love me anymore. By now I know you're 30,000 feet above me, but a million miles away, a million miles away. By now I know how to act like you don't love me. But I'm just sitting out here watching airplanes take off and fly. I'm just sitting out here watching airplanes take off and fly, trying to figure out which one you might be on, and why you don't love me anymore. Yeah, I'm just sitting out here watching airplanes go by, by, by. I'm just sitting out here watching airplanes, baby, bye, 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 bye. Yeah, I'm just sitting out here watching airplanes, bye, bye, bye,
If I'd have stayed back home, never spread my wings, let you build that house, let you buy that ring. If I'd have put down my dreams to put you first, I could have been hurt. If I'd have dyed my hair, if I'd have lost that way, if I'd have worn that dress and let you change my name, I'd still be waking up in your t-shirt. I could have been her. If I'd have shut my mouth, fake that smile, probably could have made it work for a while. Cried in the dark instead of screaming, there wouldn't be red wine stains on the ceiling. If I'd have buried my feelings, pushed down the hurt, and let you cheat, I could have been her. But that wouldn't be me. No, it wouldn't be me to let you get away with every word you twist and every bet he made. If I'd have just hung around, not known my worth, I could have been her. If I'd have shut my mouth, faked that smile, probably could have made it work for a while. Cried in the dark instead of screaming, there wouldn't be red wine stains on the ceiling. If I'd have buried my feelings, pushed down the hurt, and let you cheat, I could have been her. But that wouldn't be me. That wouldn't be me. If I'd have just gave up the standards I had, let you hit your knees and beg me on back. If I'd have just sold my soul for a love that cheap, I could have been her. But that wouldn't be me. That wouldn't be me.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
In a minute, I'm going to drown in this pool, surrounded by friends and relatives. That's because Dad thinks Mom is watching me, and Mom thinks Dad is. But actually, nobody is watching me. And you rarely make a sound when you're struggling alone.
Don't assume someone else is watching. Become a water watchdog at abbyshope.org.
Are you hiring? Are you looking for workers? Well, right now you can advertise free on Coastal Alabama Radio. Send us your job information, the type of position, the hours, and your contact information, and we'll get that information out to our thousands of listeners and subscribers to our newsletters absolutely free. Contact us, helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. If you're looking for something pretty cool to do for you and yours, you might want to head over to OWA Theater January 31st and or February 1st, starting at 7:30 p.m. They've got a spectacular event called Hotel California, the original Eagles Tribute. This will be an exciting performance by this group, and I'm sure that if you love the Eagles like I do, it's going to be an enjoyable night of music. Once again, that's January 31st and February the 1st. Go online and visit owa.com and get your tickets today.
Girl, you could pull off big city, top shelf, high class, pretty. You got that style so classic, and everybody knows you have it. You got a Hollywood smile, but a heart like Texas. But I'll never figure out just what you look best in. You look good in the middle of a little farm town, good on my bench seat riding around. Look good in nothing, good in my shirt. Right now you're looking so good it hurts. Look good climbing up, holding on to my John Deere, kicking back in my lap with a cold beer. No secret, everyone around here can see I look good with you, look good with me. You got that thing about you, turns every head around you. And I don't know if you know it, 'cause if you do, girl, you sure don't show it. And I keep falling more in love, and it ain't just because you look good in the middle of a little farm town, good on my bench seat riding around. Look good in nothing, good in my shirt. Right now you're looking so good it hurts. Look good climbing up, holding on to my John Deere, kicking back in my lap with a cold beer. No secret, everyone around here can see I look good with you, look good with me. You look good in the middle of a little farm town, good on my bench seat riding round. Look good in nothing, good in my shirt. Right now you're looking so good it hurts. Look good climbing up, holding on to my John Deere, kicking back in my lap with a cold beer. No secret, everyone around here can see I look good with you, look good with me. You look good, you look good. Girl, you look good with me. You look good, you look good. Girl, you look good with me.
If you got a floorboard that needs 2 feet, a voice is calling shotgun, a hand right there to reach across the center console and hold on to your knee. Well, I know a girl. If you got a stretch of beach somewhere in Carolina that needs pink painted toes on a towel, I'll bathe beside you while the whole world in the sunset all goes flying by you. I know a girl. I know a girl. I know a girl who's asleep about you. I know a girl can hardly breathe around her. She ain't halfway across the country. Now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything, I know a girl. If you got a house at the end of some street full of crazy family who needs someone to meet, so your mom can tell her friends, oh, you love her, she's so sweet. I know a girl. I know a girl. I know a girl who's asleep about you. I know a girl can hardly breathe around you. She ain't halfway across the country. Now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything, I know
about yesterday, how fast it all flies away. I don't know what it is about a goodbye kiss that makes you wanna stay. We were crazy, then we were over. We were breaking up, making love a runaway roller coaster. Every time I hear that song, I'm standing in the pouring rain on your front lawn, and ooh, I still think about you. Every time I hear that song, it's like the first time it came on, and ooh, I still think about you. I still think about you. There's something in the bittersweet feeling of a memory. Right there in the moment, all I ever wanted was you and me. We were crying, we were wasted, we were dying when they played it. Every time I hear that song, I'm standing in the pouring rain on your front lawn, and ooh, I still think about you. Every time I hear that song, it's like the first time it came on, and ooh, I still think about you. I still think about you. Still think about you. There's a soundtrack in my mind that takes me back in time. When I hear that melody, I think about you. Every time I hear that song, I'm standing in the pouring rain on your front lawn, and ooh, I still think about you. Every time I hear that song, it's like the first time it came on, and ooh, I still think about you. 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 Yeah, I still think about you. There's a soundtrack in my mind that takes me back in time. When I hear that melody.
Your home for Christian country.
Saying how it's gonna be so good, so beautiful. 10,000 hours, 10,000 more. Even though I don't tell you all the time, baby, blue ain't your color.
Driving in the car or on the app. Thanks for listening.
Baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now.
Coastal Alabama's all new Highway 98 Radio. And once again this morning, I'm sitting here at the news and weather desk at the Blue Ram Media Studios. And as always, I've got the latest extended weather forecast. Over the weekend, we had a little bit of rain, not as bad as some were kind of suggesting, but overall, we do need the rain, and still farmers are growing things this time of year. A lot of people think that, well, when fall hits, nothing grows, but that's not true, especially in our climate. So farmers need the rain. But as far as today, Monday, as you've noticed, it's a little bit cooler out there. The high today will only be around 55 degrees with marginal sunshine and clouds mix. Now, the winds are a little gusty coming out of the northeast, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Overnight will be a little cool for about 34 degrees, 35 degrees, depending on where you're at. It could even be lower north of Mobile County. We are expecting winds at about 5 to 8 miles per hour, nothing major, and only a very, very slight chance of any rain happening in our overnight hours. As we move into Tuesday, it's not going to be much different. We are going to see a little bit more sunshine tomorrow on Tuesday. 60 should be the high. Rain percentage about 8%. Winds will be blowing about 5 to 8 miles per hour. The overnight is not going to be as cool as it was last night or Monday night. It's going to be, Tuesdays are going to be around 48, 50. It's going to be mild. Variable winds, light and variable. Not really a big chance of rain. Wednesday, going to be a little bit better. It's going to be 65 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Some clouds are roaming through, so it could block the sun for a little bit. Winds will be coming out of the west, and it will feel much gustier, much breezier than it has been in the last few days. It's going to be 14 to 18 miles per hour, and we're going to have a little bit more sunshine than we have had over the last few days. Wednesday night will be cooler, about 41 degrees, and about a 10% chance of rain. Thursday, again, it's going to be kind of feeling more like fall than spring. 52 degrees will be the high on Thursday. Some sunshine, some clouds, about a 10% chance of any kind of sprinkles or rain. The overnight will be cool and clear, around 38 degrees. Remember, when there's no clouds above, that's a good chance for colder temps and also frost on the pumpkins or on your rooftop. So we'll keep an eye on that. Of course, north of the city is always a bit cooler. For your weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's going to be pretty much around the same. About 60 degrees will be the high during the daytime. Right around 40 degrees will be the low overnight. But we are going to have good chances of rain both Saturday and possibly maybe even late Friday as well. We're going to have to keep our eye on that because, as you know, here, things have a way of changing fast. We are always monitoring the weather. We have all the gadgets, and we're going to keep you informed. That's why it's important to be signed up for our alerts on our newsletters, helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. Next week, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, temperatures during the daytime around 60, around 40 to 45 during the daytime. Partly cloudy, partly sunny next week with a slight chance of rain all 3 days. Don't worry, we'll be back on the radio before you know it, and we're going to have all of that updated weather forecast for you. As far as snow, forget about it. It ain't happening here. You're going to have to go further north if you're a skier. But that is your extended weather forecast from coastal Alabama.
Rip currents cause an estimated 100 deaths each year in the United States. In 2021, 5 of these deaths were on the Gulf Coast. Rip currents are the #1 weather-related killer at the beaches along the northern Gulf Coast. The number of rip current fatalities on these beaches is more than the fatalities of flooding, tornadoes, lightning, and tropical storms or hurricanes combined. Learn the facts. Before heading out to the beach, check current beach conditions and know what each flag means. Always swim near a lifeguard. Rip currents are narrow currents that flow away from the beach. If you notice you're being pulled away from the beach and are swimming and getting tired, you may be in a rip current. Think of it like a treadmill that you can't turn off. You want to step to the side of it. Don't swim against the current. Try to swim across it in a direction following the shoreline. Rip currents do not pull you under, but may take you as far out as a football field so people can tire quickly. The most important thing is to stay calm. If you can't escape the current, float or calmly tread water. Wave for help if you can. Rip current strength eventually subsides and may even take you closer to shore. If you see someone caught in a rip current, call 911 or get a lifeguard and throw something that floats towards the victim. For more information, please visit www.visitalbeaches.com/safety.
25. Most of the time, I still raise a little Cain with the boys. Honky tonks and pretty women, Lord, I'm still right there with them, singing above the crowd and the noise. Sometimes I feel like Jesse James, still trying to make a name, knowing nothing's gonna change what I am. I was a young troubadour when I wrote in on a song, and I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. Well, the truth about a mirror is that a damn old mirror don't really tell the whole truth. It don't show what's deep inside or read between the lines, and it's really no reflection of my youth. Sometimes I feel like Jesse James, still trying to make a name, knowing nothing's gonna change what I am. I was a young troubadour when I wrote in on a song. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. I was a young troubadour when I wrote in on a song, and I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. Some days I feel like the last of a dying breed, trying to find where I fit. Somewhere between high on top of the world, fighting with calling it quits. Mama says she thinks I've always been this way, like I was just born with it. Some days I feel like the last of a dying breed, trying to find where I fit. Cowboys and dreamers like us, lovers and leavers and long shot believers who get up and kick off the dust. We live and die for the rush. Ain't nothing sweeter than chasing that fever. Too much is never enough for cowboys and dreamers like us. We like our big skies, our West Texas blue eyes, until they cry in the rain. They're always after some greener pastures and won't quit calling our name. We ride against the grain, we don't pull back on the rein. Cowboys and dreamers like us, lovers and leavers and long shot believers who get up and kick off the dust. We live and die for the rush. Ain't nothing sweeter than chasing that fever. Too much is never enough for cowboys and dreamers like us. Cowboys and dreamers like us, lovers and leavers and long shot believers
days I feel like the last of a dying breed, trying to find where I fit.
Crime is going up. You need to call the professionals at Mobile Bay Public Safety Patrol. 251-264-2498. Mobile patrols, residential communities, schools, churches, and businesses. Alarm response, professionally trained law enforcement experience. Mobile Bay Patrol, 251-264-2498. Call them today and you'll sleep better tonight. Mobile Bay Patrol.
And here's the exit. You know, Johnny, he is 6 beers in already. This is not going to end well.
Football!
Steve, he's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling all over the place, and oh, that can't be good.
Look at that sloppy key action. That's going to draw a penalty.
Drinking, driving, possible $1,500 fine, and 1 year in jail.
Yeah, Steve, that was a good call by the ref. One bad decision totally changes the game.
You know, it just goes to show if you drink or you drive, nobody wins.
If you're a regular listener to our programs, first, let me say thank you very much. We appreciate it. But you know that we are a great supporter of first responders, whether that be the fire department, EMS, law enforcement. But how about this one? Something that many people don't realize, you know, lifesavers who are there unless they really need them. We want to recognize Sawyer Wilson. He's recently been named the 2025 Lifeguard of the Year in Orange Beach. The Orange Beach Surf and Rescue has a lot of great people on their team who save lives literally every year along the Gulf Coast. Sawyer Wilson has been presented the 2025 Lifeguard of the Year by Beach Division Chief Brett Lessinger, who described Wilson as a model for others on the team to mimic. Wilson at the time was a student, plus he was competing in a number of different areas. But, you know, visitors took notice of him. They saw him in action. They saw him firsthand looking for emergencies before they even happened. And they sent notes and cards letting his supervisors know how much he does and how much he's appreciated. Besides all of the rescues and the competitions, Wilson also advanced his professional training in his 3rd year as a lifeguard here along the Alabama Gulf Coast. He became an emergency medical technician. He got his helicopter rescue swimmer certification, which, by the way, is not easy to get. And he's also accomplished being a personal watercraft operator certification. And like I said, all of this he completed while finishing high school and playing at the starting running back for his football high school team. I want to say thank you and congratulations to Sawyer. Keep it up. I see big things in his future, and it's people like him that keep us safe here along Alabama's Gulf Coast. Right now, you can advertise your business, your product, your company on all of the platforms of Blue Ram Media. That includes radio shows, newsletters, and all of our social media. Hundreds and thousands of people collectively visit us every day, and now they can visit with you. For just $100 a month, advertise your product, your business, your company, yourself. Contact us, helpdesk at bluerammedia.com.
Every other Friday, it's toys and clothes and backpacks. Is everybody in okay? Let's go see Dad. Same time in the same spot, corner of the same old parking lot. Half the hugs and kisses there are always sad. We trade a couple words and looks and kids again every other weekend.
Every other weekend, very few exceptions. I pick up the love we made in both my arms. It's movies on the sofa, grilled cheese and cut the crust off. But that's not the way Mom makes it, Daddy breaks my heart. I miss everything we used to have with her again every other weekend. But I can't tell her I love her, 'cause there's too many questions and ears in the car.
So I don't tell him I miss him.
I don't tell her I need her, she's over me, that's where we are. So we're as close as we might ever be again every other weekend.
Every other Saturday, first thing in the morning, I turn the TV on to make the quiet go away. I know why, but I don't know why we'd ever let this happen. Falling for forever was a big mistake. There's so much not to do and all day not to do it in every other weekend.
Every other Sunday, I empty out my backseat while my children hug their mother in the parking lot. We don't touch, we don't talk much, maybe goodbye to each other. Then she drives away with every piece of heart I've got. I reconvince myself we did the right thing every other weekend. So I can't tell her I love her, 'cause there's too many questions and ears in the car.
So I don't tell him I miss
I
him.
don't tell her I need her, she's over me, that's where we are. So we're as close as we might ever be again every other weekend. Yeah, for 15 minutes, we're family again.
God, I wish that he was still with me again
every other weekend.
Take my hand, let me make you mine. I'm through waiting, taking my time. Never felt like this before. Take my name and make it yours. I hope you don't think it's a little bit crazy saying this all so soon. But baby, it's the right time. Knew it from the first time that I laid eyes on you. It's okay, let them say what they want. They might think I should wait, but I don't. No, I don't wanna waste a minute. Girl, I want you in every single part of my world. So take my hand, let me make you mine. I'm through waiting, taking my time. Never felt like this before. Take my name and make it yours. I know I'm the last guy anybody think might ever be talking like this, yeah. But I can see my future in your eyes tonight and taste forever on your lips. I'm like, hold up a minute, don't go. Ain't no way I can take this slow. So go ahead and tell me I'm out of my mind, or baby, just tell me yes. And take my hand, let me make you mine. I'm through waiting, taking my time. Never felt like this before. Take my name and make it yours. Take my everything that I have. Take my hand, let me make you mine. I'm through waiting, taking my time. Never felt like this before. Take my name and make it yours. Take my days, baby, take my nights. Go and take the rest of my life. Oh, 'cause I don't wanna wait no more. Take my name and make it yours. Make it yours. Oh, 'cause I don't wanna wait no more. Take my name and make it yours.
Remember the night my dad stopped the car and got out in the rain, changed a blown out tire on a car for a family without a state place. I said, Dad, did we know those folks as they waved and drove out of sight? He just smiled as he started the car. He said, son, not until tonight. You see, the road you leave behind you is another road you're gonna have to come back down. It's just the way this big old world turns round. You find somehow, somewhere, someplace, sometime, you gotta go back down the road you leave behind. Out on the highway one night, any years gone by. I had the hood of my truck pulled up, my old gas tank was dry. Some old guy getting off on the night shift pulled up to check on me. He said, I've been in your shoes before, son, and it's no place to be. You see, the road you leave behind you is another road you're gonna have to come back down. It's just the way this big old world turns round. You'll find somehow, somewhere, someplace, sometime, you gotta go back down the road you leave behind. What do I owe you, friend? You could easily pass me by. He said, next time it might be me, son. You don't owe me a dime. You see, the road you leave behind you is another road you're gonna have to come back down. It's just the way this big old world turns round. You'll find somewhere, someplace, sometime, you gotta go back down the road you leave behind. Down the road you leave behind. The road you leave behind. That old road you leave behind. Down the road you leave
behind. Woke up with dust on my window pane, half a tank and a heart full of rain. Left a note on the table for no one to read. Just me and the road and the need to be free. Every mile teaches what time won't say. Every wrong turn's part of the way. Miles behind, roads ahead, miles behind, roads ahead. I've burned some bridges I can't rebuild. Chased the silence, ran past the guilt. But every scar's a mark I've earned. From every crash I've slowly learned. I ain't looking back with shame, just a map with different names. Each goodbye brought me to this trail. The wind in my soul, the truth I sail. Miles behind, roads ahead. Stories I've lived, words left unsaid. Sun on my back, wind in my chest. Chasing the man, I ain't there yet. From broken towns to neon skies, I'm still learning how to rise. One more song, one more trip. Miles behind, roads ahead. I'm looking back with shame, just a map with different names. Each goodbye brought me to this trail. The wind in my soul, the truth I say. Miles behind, roads ahead. Ghosts I face and tears I've shed. Hope in my hands, dust on my boots. Singing the truth and worn out roots. I don't know where this highway ends, but I ride it like a long lost friend. I'm not done, I'm not misled. Just miles behind and roads ahead. Ahead. Where?
Broadcasting live from the beautiful Gulf Coast of Alabama, it's Highway 98. We've got your favorite new hits, some of those good old hits, indie music, gospel, bluegrass, and so much more. Here on Highway 98. This morning here in the Blue Ram Media News Department, sitting at the news desk, we're starting off with a lot of breaking news coming out over the weekend. An experimental helicopter crashed near the Mobile Bay on the Mobile side, just off Dolphin Island Parkway. The pilot was injured, but not critically. He sustained minor to moderate injuries, according to law enforcement. The pilot was almost landing when this occurred. Authorities say it's under investigation. Another experimental gyroplane crashed a few years ago, if you remember, in Foley at the airport there. A mother has been arrested after leaving her two children in her car for more than 2 hours while conducting business at the Baldwin County Courthouse on Thursday, the 8th of January. A passerby noticed two small children in the vehicle unattended and notified police. Bay Minette found the vehicle. EMS was also dispatched. The children, a 3-year-old and 4-month-old, was sweating. When they were removed from the vehicle, EMS checked them out. They were not injured. Patrona Vicente Gonzalez was arrested for 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. And according to law enforcement, the father of the children was able to come and take custody of those kids. Mobile police are still investigating after shooting just after a high school basketball game in Mobile around 8:30 p.m. near the Murphy High School. Authorities say that Murphy High School and Blunt High School had just finished a game when gunfire erupted. One person has been critically shot and is in critical condition. Authorities have not announced any arrests as of this time. The number of measles cases in America has continued to climb. During 2025, more than 2,200 cases were reported. Medical professionals say there are a number of concerns. Many religious people are not inoculating their children and keeping them from school. In South Carolina, Arizona, Utah, and a number of other states, they had large outbreaks during 2025. That is expected to continue during 2026. Now, this is the first time in more than 30 years that such an outbreak has occurred. The City of Gulf Shores has announced that they are going to have their Mardi Gras parade. This time is the 47th annual such Mardi Gras parade. They're going to roll it out along Highway 59 on Fat Tuesday, February 17th, starting at 10 a.m. 59, of course, will be shut down. If you need more information, you can go to gulfshoresal.gov/Mardi Gras. A motorcyclist was critically injured in a multi-vehicle collision on State Highway 104 near State Highway 181 near the Wawa store. Authorities say the crash injured the motorcyclist and he suffered critical injuries. He was life-flighted out. Aaliyah State Troopers, Fairhope Police, Fairhope Fire, EMS, the medical helicopter, and other responders were on scene for quite a while. The condition of the man is not known. We're waiting for Aaliyah to update his condition or if any arrest in this case has been made. A brother and sister died in a serious house fire that quickly claimed their lives Wednesday in Moga, Jefferson County, Alabama. The Jefferson County Coroner's Office has identified the brother as Charlie James Carlisle Sr. He was 79 and lived in Detroit, Michigan, but moved down to be with his sister. According to multiple fire departments, they responded to the 1500 block of Pine Street at about 10:43 p.m. According to authority, a neighbor spotted the fire and immediately contacted the fire department. It is still under investigation by the fire marshal's office. Well, it's pretty much a done deal. A boutique hotel is coming to Old Town Daphne. Unlike a standard high-rise hotel, this is going to kind of try to fit in with the decor of the area. The mayor said he's excited about it. Some residents, not so much. The $30 million boutique hotel will begin construction soon. Town leaders say it's not going to cost them a dime, but it's going to benefit them from tax revenue as more visitors are visiting. The Fortuna Hotel will be designed to match the historical charm that many do love. While many are against it, many others say that they too are excited. More retail and restaurants are also planned for that part of Daphne. A Robertsdale man has been arrested on felony charges of possession of liquid methamphetamine. A traffic stop on Tuesday, the 6th of January, about 8:45 p.m. in Foley, ended with the arrest of Louis Joseph Jackson, 30 of Robertsdale. Police charged him with trafficking in meth and tampering with physical evidence after he tried to destroy or hide the contraband. Sawyer Wilson, a young lifeguard, was just named the 2025 Lifeguard of the Year. He's had a lot of compliments along the way, rescued a number of people, and is really a team player, and that's what we like to see. An armed female was arrested for attempted carjacking. This happened in Mobile. According to police, they got a call at 3351 Spring Hill Avenue. An employee had exited her vehicle around 6 a.m. to go into work when an armed woman with a knife grabbed the keys out of the hands of the driver, but she fought back. Police arrested Thais Winston, 35, and has charged her with first-degree robbery, though she could also face federal charges of carjacking. Daphne police said they were very busy in the month of December. They said that they answered 2,254 calls. They had 590 traffic stops. 199 citations were issued. They investigated 144 accidents. They wrote 151 incident reports and made 157 arrests, many of them, of course, DUI and drug-related. An Alberta man's arrested after shooting into a vehicle during a road rage. Police arrested the man, Alan Scott Coyle, 68, after he fired into a vehicle while having a little road rage incident on US 98. According to authorities, they charged him with discharging a firearm into an occupied automobile, criminal mischief in the first degree. He was taken to the jail, but we understand he's since been released. Troopers have arrested a female driver for endangering her children after police found her intoxicated during a traffic stop. Authorities say the driver, who's been identified as Amelia Earl, 34, was under the influence of alcohol with children in the vehicle. She's been charged with driving under the influence, resisting arrest, and endangering the welfare of a child. Remember, when you see any news happening here along the Gulf Coast, Baldwin, or Mobile County, please let us know. Contact newsdesk at bluerammedia.com.
I'll never settle down. That's what I always thought. Yeah, I was that kind of man. And just ask anyone. I don't dance, but here I am, spinning you round and round in circles. It ain't my style, but I don't care. I'd do anything with you anywhere. Guess you got me in the palm of your hand, 'cause I don't dance. Love's never come my way. I've never been this far. 'Cause you took these 2 left feet and waltzed away with my heart. No, I don't dance, but here I am, spinning you round and round in circles. It ain't my style, but I don't care. I'd do anything with you anywhere. Guess you got me in the palm of your hand, girl, 'cause I don't dance. No, I don't dance. I don't dance, but here I am, spinning you round and round in circles. It ain't my style, but I don't care. I'd do anything with you anywhere. Oh, I don't dance, but here I am, spinning you round and around in circles. It ain't my style, but I don't care. I'd do anything with you anywhere. Yeah, you got me
First time that I met her, she was pouring shots of rum. Told me that her cousin just turned 21. She took my hand and said we're dancing when they played her favorite song. We didn't stop till everybody else was gone. I'm gonna change her name, but she don't know it yet. She's what I've been praying someday God would send. I ain't never been the same since we first met. I'm gonna marry that girl. I'm gonna marry that girl. My best friend's tired of hearing me talk about her smile. He says you've only known her for a little while. My mama keeps on saying I better take it slow. I just say I will, but I already know. I'm gonna change her name, but she don't know it yet. She's what I've been praying someday God would send. I ain't never been the same since we first met. I'm gonna marry that girl. I'm gonna marry that girl. I'll pick the perfect ring, I'll pick the perfect time. Ask her if she'll have me for the rest of my life. I'm gonna change her name, but she don't know it yet. She's what I've been praying someday God would send. I ain't never been the same since we first met. I'm gonna marry that girl. I'm gonna marry that girl. I'm gonna change her name. I'm gonna buy that ring. I'm gonna marry that girl. I'm gonna marry that girl.
'Does your church or business organization have an upcoming event that you really want people to know about? You can send your information right now to the help desk at bluerammedia.com. Helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. We'd love to tell our community about what's happening in your community. Again, send us the date, the location, what's happening, and we'll get the word out totally free as a community service. Send it to helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. OWA has announced their 6th annual Arts and Crafts Festival happening right there in Foley in downtown OWA. Family-friendly arts and crafts show with local handmade goods, live music, and of course, kids-friendly activities in downtown. This is scheduled for January, that's this month, 23rd, which is a Friday, and the 24th, a Saturday. You won't want to miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of things to do, great food, music, and a whole lot of activities for those kids. Once again, that's January 23rd, 24th, and 25th of this month, January.
I was just going to the grocery store.
Seatbelt violators, beware.
I forgot to put it on.
If you're pulled over because you've broken the law.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable.
And you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's broken, but I was going to have it fixed.
No matter what your excuse is, you will get a ticket in addition to the ticket for your original violation.
Click it or ticket? That's pretty easy to remember.
Well, here we are once again at the very end of the radio program for today. But don't fret, don't worry. We'll be back on the air in just a couple of days with fresh music, the latest in breaking news, the extended weather forecast, and what's happening here around us in the Gulf Coast area of Alabama. I just want to, remind you all that there's a lot happening here. A lot of traffic. Right now we have a lot of the winter birds, snowbirds coming on down. We have got Mardi Gras parade on every corner, across the bay in Mobile County and here in Baldwin County. And we have a lot of activity. So please, I do want to remind you, we're not really that far out from the Christmas and New Year's holiday. And some people still are in the partying mood, especially with Mardi Gras. But please don't drink and drive, not even a little bit, because as I've said before, your body metabolizes alcohol differently each time, depending on how much rest you have had, how much food or what type of food you've had, whether or not you're worried or have problems on your mind. All of that really is taken into effect. That's what the body does. And it tries to compensate for all of that, but you can get a DUI real quick. So please don't get behind the wheel after drinking. You can call Uber, Lyft, a tow company. You can call your friend, your neighbor. You can even call me if you have to, but call someone to get you home safely. Remember, if you are driving on down the road and you see red lights or blue lights coming up behind you, and you hear those sirens sounding, air horn sounding, you know that noise. That means pull to the right and stop as quickly as possible. It doesn't mean keep rolling. It doesn't mean kind of move a little bit to the right and keep on driving. No, actually the law says you got to pull to the right as far as you can and stop and allow emergency vehicles by. If you see them on the side of the road, there's an accident or police have a traffic stop or even a tow truck trying to hook up with something, you need to pull to the left as swiftly as possible. Let's keep all of our first responders, construction workers, and tow truck operators safe. And if not, well, you can expect probably a ticket or two because it's against the law. It is a misdemeanor and you'll have to go to court. Until the next time, y'all, stay safe, be blessed, and we'll see you back here on the radio.